Welcome to another episode of the Untitled Sports Podcast Show. The NFL has released its 2021 schedule, and today we're going to be discussing the New Orleans Saints schedule, particularly where the primetime games are. I'm going to predict how well the Saints, I believe, can do with their particular schedule, because it's not about what teams you necessarily play. We've known that from January, who the Saints were playing. It's about when you play that particular team, be it early in the season or late in the season, because we know that NFL teams can improve as later as the season goes. They can also get worse, right? So we're going to be discussing where the bye week falls, all kinds of situations today, in pertaining to the New Orleans Saints schedule. So let's jump right into this right now. So the first team that's scheduled for the Saints to play on September 12th, the NFL season kicks off with the Green Bay Packers versus the New Orleans Saints. This is a Fox game of the week, so they're coming out right immediately and giving the Saints all the attention that they can, because they want to see how the Saints perform post Drew Brees. But at the same token, we don't even know who the Green Bay Packers quarterback is going to be right now. Is it going to be Jordan Love, or is it going to be Aaron Rodgers? Is Aaron Rodgers going to go back on what he said about him not wanting to play for the Green Bay Packers anymore? Or is he, he's going to suit up? We don't know. But in my opinion, I think this is an L for the Saints, whether it be Aaron Rodgers or Jordan Love. The reason I say that is because the Saints historically does not do well against first-time quarterbacks starting their very first NFL game. I can go back to Cleveland Browns when they first reinstated the team in 1999. Tim Couch got his first win against the Saints. RG3 got his first win against the Saints. Just last year, Jalen Hurts, first time starting, like week 12, got his first win against the Saints. So it's just a bad thing when Saints go against first time starting quarterbacks. But this is an L for the Saints, whether it's Aaron Rodgers playing or Jordan Love, in my opinion. I just think that the Green Bay Packers are a better team at this particular point in the season than the Saints. Next is at Carolina. At Carolina, September 19th. This is an early game. Right now, Carolina isn't any good. Terry Bridgewater dropped a bombshell yesterday that their practice habits are terrible. They don't even practice 2-minute drills. They don't practice short yardage situations. How do you expect to win? They don't practice red zone situations. How do you expect to win? They give them off on Friday, and then Saturday is a full practice. The day before the game? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Saints beat Carolina. Next is going to be at New England. I can see the Saints probably staying on the East Coast and then traveling up to New England. Maybe, it depends on how the Saints want to play it, to stay out east and not fly back home. Sometimes jet lag is real. But in this particular case, I got the Saints winning against Cam Newton, for the simple fact that the Saints are familiar with Cam. It's just the Bill Belichick factor that comes in with the Saints. But I believe the New England Patriots at that particular time are still getting their bearings going, and the Saints are able to take full advantage of that and be the better team that particular day and beat the New England Patriots. So right now I have the Saints at 2-1. Next is Saints are back home against the New York Football Giants. This is an October 3rd game. This is also going to be on Fox. This is an early game. And I believe the Saints get the W here. Danny Dimes and Saquon Barkley are not even a factor this particular game. Saints get the victory. Next, the Saints are back on the road going to the East Coast against the Washington football team. Washington, please get a name. It's been over a year now. Get a name. The Washington football team, they're in the NFC least. This is a win for the Saints. There's Ryan Fitzpatrick. No, no, he's not getting the job done. No, 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 no. I refuse to believe that the Saints lose this particular game. Going into the bye week. So considering that the bye week comes in week 6, um, I think it's not too early for the Saints, but would I have rather that the bye week come like maybe 2 weeks later? Yeah, but we can deal with a week 6 bye week. We probably get some people healthy, um, shore up some stuff maybe. If we're not we're winning these games, but there's always room for improvement. I think the bye week comes at a great time. The bye week also comes before a Monday night game. So Saints have a little extra time to prepare for the Seattle Seahawks, who are more than likely going to be one of the top tier NFC teams. So this game here can have playoff implications later on in the year, as far as NFC seeding goes with number one seeds and whatnot. Uh, I believe that the Saints get the victory here. And the Saints are a better team than Seattle right now. I think they get the victory on Monday Night Football. Next is the first meeting with the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Halloween. This is Fox's game of the week at 325. I believe this is an L for the Saints. Let me tell you why. This is going to be Jameis Winston's very first game actually playing a full game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, his former team. And I think he's emotional at this time. I think he presses and tries to prove something to his former coach and former front office and players and whatnot. And I just believe he makes one or too many mistakes, probably a critical mistake at the end of the game. And this may be a L for the Saints. So right now I have the Saints sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 2. I have the Saints sitting at 5 and 2. Next is going to be the Atlanta Falcons. The Saints get back on the ball with this. Then the Atlanta Falcons are not beating the Saints. The Atlanta Falcons have yet to address their defensive needs. They have yet to address that. The defense got Dan Quinn fired. Let's be all the way clear. They were historically bad, and they didn't address it. They addressed the tight end position with Kyle Pitts, but they did not address the defense. So this is another L for Atlanta, and the Saints get the W, and we're moving on to Tennessee. Next is an away game, the first of a back-to-back, pretty much East Coast trip again. We're going to Tennessee. This is an early game. The last time the Saints played in Tennessee, Michael Thomas broke the reception records. But Derrick Henry did not play in that game. I would have loved to see what the Saints were able to do with Derrick Henry, because he was coming off a historical performance against Houston. And the Saints hadn't given up at that time. The Saints hadn't given up a 100-yard rusher in maybe 2 years. So it'd be good to see what Derrick Henry can do against the Saints. But for the sake of this particular schedule and what we're doing, I got the Saints losing that game. And I just believe the Saints are coming off two hard-fought division games, one being Tampa Bay and then Atlanta. Atlanta's going to play the Saints tough, but Atlanta's not going to just pull out that game. So I can see the Saints losing this particular game against Tennessee. Next is going to be at Philadelphia with Jalen Hurts. We owe Jalen an ass whooping. And the Saints get it done. For the simple fact that this is not Jalen's first time starting, right? So the Saints get it done this particular time. So I can see that the Saints will attack Jalen differently than the first time. The first game, they kept letting Jalen out the back door. And Quan um, tried to be a hero. The hero ain't nothing but a sandwich. Quan tried to be a hero, and Miles Sanders made him pay for it with a long 90-some yard run. I don't see that happening this particular time. Saints get the W in Philadelphia. Next is going to be a short week for a Thanksgiving game against the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are going to be a tough out for any team that they played this particular. The Buffalo Bills have really improved, and this being a short week, I just don't. I know I understand it's Thanksgiving. I understand that the Saints play well in Thanksgiving games. We're undefeated on Thanksgiving, ain't that something? But I just don't see how we beat the Buffalo Bills right here. This is going to be a very tough game, especially coming off a short week with a long flight from Philadelphia. This Saints, the schedule makers did not do the Saints any favors with this particular game here, and I think Buffalo beats the Saints in a close game, but Buffalo ultimately wins. So that's an L for the Saints. Next is going to be the Dallas Cowboys on another Thursday night. So the NFL schedule makers decided to give the Saints another Thursday game. A week later against Dallas is at home. And I think the Saints pull this game out. I think the Saints will beat Dallas. Dallas defense is still not improved. They addressed the linebackers. They got a cornerback in Calvin Joseph, but I just don't see how Dallas wins this particular game, especially in the Superdome on a Thursday night. Nah, they're not winning this game. It's you cancel Christmas, Dallas. You're not winning this game. Next is going to be at New York against the Jets. This is a Sunday game, so the Saints have had 10 days off to prepare for the rest of this home stretch that's coming up. This is the first of 2 more road games. It's like the schedule makers decided to put 2 away games back to back. And this is the 3rd time that they have done it on this particular schedule. The Saints go from Carolina to New England, back-to-back away games. They go from Tennessee to Philadelphia with back-to-back away games. And now they're doing New York and Tampa Bay with back-to-back away games. So schedule makers are not doing the Saints any great particular favors, especially with these flying miles. Jet lag is real, people. But in this particular case, I think the Saints get it done. Jets are not a good team. Jets are probably going to be picking high again. I don't believe that. Zach Wilson is his name, I believe. I don't think he's any good. He's just they had the NFL does a great job with the building drama with these quarterbacks in the draft and whatnot, but he's not any good. He was not on anybody's radar last season. The Jets should have drafted Justin Fields, period, point blank. But in this case, it's not my problem. I'm not a Jets fan. So Jets lose this particular game to the Saints. Next is going to be Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Tampa. This right here is going to be the late game on a Sunday night on NBC. And I believe that the Saints are going to get the W here. Let me tell you why. Early in the year when they played, Jameis Winston probably pressed. He was emotional. This particular game, I think he's learned from those mistakes, and I think he gets the job done. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a hard-fought game, but I think the Saints will pull this one out. This one is going to have divisional implications in it, as well as NFC seeding. This is going to be the first. There's 4 games left, but this is the first of 3 divisional games that's left on the Saints' schedule. So the Saints know that they have to get this win in Tampa, and I believe that they pull this one out. Next is the Miami Dolphins 2 days after Christmas on December 27th, Monday Night Football at the Superdome. The Saints get the W again. Tua is not coming into the Superdome and beating the Saints. He's not. You can cancel Christmas. You can forget about it. Like the Italians say. No way, no how. Not going to happen. Saints get the W on Monday Night Football. Next is the Carolina Panthers. Once again, Carolina probably not practicing red zone drills. They still not doing 2-minute drills. They're still not doing short yardage situations. And then they wonder why Teddy Bridgewater was not successful. And you replaced him with a quarterback that really wasn't successful. Saints get the victory. Enough said. Next is the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta. So right now I have the Saints at 12-4. We would usually be done with the season. The Saints on January 9th would either be playing in their first round playoff game or resting with a division title and a number one seed. But this year, the NFL has added a 17th game. This game right here, like I said, more than likely is deciding the division because I believe Tampa is going to be one of the top teams in the NFC as well. I believe Green Bay is going to be one of the top teams in the NFC as well. So this has huge playoff and seeding implications in it, and the Saints know that they need this particular game, and they beat Atlanta. Probably bad because Atlanta's just trying to pack it in. I don't think Atlanta's going to be any good this year. Atlanta at this particular time has probably made all the reservations for the vacation that of their dreams, and they just want the season to be done. Half the locker room is more than likely been cleaned out, and the Saints get it done right here. And I have the Saints finishing with a record of 13-4. 13-4. I believe 13-4 will get the Saints a number one seed this year. I'm hoping for it. I believe that the Saints are going to make a surprise to everybody that has been counting them out about not having Drew Brees, because one could argue that for the last 2 years, Drew Brees has held the Saints back. One can make that argument. The Saints have gone 5-0 with Teddy Bridgewater and then 4-1 with Taysom last season. It's 9-1 over the last 2 years without Drew Brees. Without. So I believe the Saints get it done. My only thing is if Jameis can get the job done without the turnovers. Maybe Sean Payton can be the quarterback whisperer that the media and everybody else claims that he is, and gets Jameis to cut down on turnovers, keep the touchdowns or increase them. But most importantly, do not turn over the ball. Be smart with the decisions, and I believe the Saints just keep on rolling. The only problem with the Saints is when they get to the playoffs, do you have enough juice to keep it going? Because the Saints are regular season champs. They've won the last 3 division titles out of the NFC South. But when they've gotten to the playoffs, we've ran out of gas. And I believe part of that reason was Drew Brees. I'm just going to keep it all the way real. You know, Drew Brees' arm retired 3 years ago, people. 3 years ago, his arm retired. His arm was out of there. But with Jameis, we have a quarterback that has a strong arm, but sometimes he just doesn't make the right decisions. And if he can keep the turnovers down, I believe the Saints keep this thing moving. With that being said, like I said, 13-4. I see the Saints winning another divisional title. I think the Saints can be the number one seed this year. It's all about Jameis. No pressure, Jameis. If you see this video, no pressure. With that being said, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into the Goon Intelligence Sports Podcast Show. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know in the comments how you feel the Saints will do this year. Do you have them going 13-4? Maybe you got them going 9-8. Well, let me know how you feel about this team's future and where do you see the season going. But thank you for your time today. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to share it with me, and I appreciate that. Let's get this video up to maybe 50, 60 likes. Push this video into the YouTube algorithm so we can get all the exposure. And to my new people that may subscribe with me, welcome to the Goon Squad, baby. Thank you.